Hi guys, welcome back to Tarot Oracle and Runes. So it is already dark. It's 7 o'clock, and this reading has this card has persisted with me all day long, despite the fact I did other readings today. So I figured there must be a message here. So and I actually pulled some cards from one deck that it was just like it wasn't telling me anything. I mean, it was, but it didn't feel like it was right. And so I pulled the Sacred Time deck, and the images on the cards started giving me a storyline. And so did the Time Travelers deck. So first of all, I'm going to cover this up because it doesn't have nothing to do with what message I'm getting from the card. So on this card, we have this white angel with all these feathers, and she's holding a clock. And to me, she's talking about whatever current timeline you're on, sometime in the near future, there's going to be some kind of a shift. I'm feeling like 6 weeks from now, whoever this message is for, and I feel like she's saying tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Like there's going to be a certain moment, and that's what I picked up from the Sacred Oracle deck too. It's going to be a certain moment in time. And I picked that up from several of the cards going into the future, and you're going to be just like. You're going to jump a timeline. You're going to make some kind of a pivotal decision that's going to change everything on the timeline that you're on. Okay? That being said, the first thing I've got here, I've got reflection, and this is the present time. This is what's going on when you get this reading. If it resonates for you, this is what's going on when you get with this main energy that's going on with this TikTok. Okay, we've got reflection. So you're reflecting on everything you've already done. Okay, and you're feeling energetic. You're feeling a lot of vitality from it, but you're feeling like something's missing. Okay, it may be some level of freedom that you feel like you maybe not be getting to experience, but you know that there's going to be a change coming. Okay, and you've got this sense of freedom that's going to come from that. That you see how he's got his back on the past and he's facing the front. He's facing the future, moving into the future. So it feels like to me like somebody makes a conscious decision and jumps timelines to do something different. Okay. And from the Kyle Gray deck, Gateway Activation, I got this card. I got the Sacral Chakra. I got a Sacred Inner Space. Tenderness, it says sensuality, but I feel like, again, it's something that lights you up on the inside. Okay? Maybe you've been working with your chakras. Maybe you've been doing some meditations. Maybe you've been working with the spirit candle. Maybe you've been working on shadow work. But because we've got these cards here, and the energies feel just like this, guys. We've got this TikTok that whenever this happens, right, you get this vitality and this opening up. And it makes you make the conscious decision to stop what you're doing on this pathway and jump over, because you're getting this message of that it's going to give you more freedom. It's going to give you more possibilities, more hopes, right? So I pulled the Sacred Time deck. I'm going to read these cards to you guys. Because this deck does not come with a book. It works totally on your intuition. And most of it has... It has hourglasses. It's got clocks. Okay, this one right here, I feel like, again, I'm getting that message of tick-tock, tick-tock. The message on the card says, reflect on the legacy you wish to leave behind. Consider how your own actions and choices today shape your future impact. So, and this, again, is that feeling of that tick-tock, of making one adjustment. And what you've been doing changes how the course, instead of your path still going along this path, you make one little tweak to it, you make one little different pivot or something, and now it goes more straight, or it goes more towards what your destiny is, that you're choosing to make your destiny. Does that make sense? And so then we've got Prophecy of the Calendar. I'm going to show you all these, then I'll explain. Prophecy of the Calendar. Okay, we've got Dawn's Revelation, which I feel like is the day that you wake up and all of a sudden everything's changed. Okay, you see how, and you shake things up too. Okay, I'm going by the imagery of the cards first, guys. You shake things up because you've got this sense of you're missing something and you make some kind of a change, right? You shake things up, okay, at some particular point in time, because they're just talking about calendar there, right? And the next day, everything becomes extremely clear. Okay, and this card says, embrace the first light of dawn as a symbol of renewal, possibility, setting positive intentions for the day ahead. So it somehow changes up your perspective, how you're viewing things, your mindset, okay? And then we've got internal moments and harmony of hours. And this is an eye, so I feel like it has something to do with your psychic, your third eye, being activated in some sort of way, that as you go forth on a new timeline, you're totally seeing things in a different way. This card says, cherish the present moment, recognize its uniqueness, potential it holds for growth and happiness. But I don't feel like it's focusing on that. It feels to me like this is making me think of that the Arcturian planet. It's the one closest to, is it Orion, that they say is like 25 times bigger than our sun. Okay, and maybe you're having your guides step in. Maybe some of these Arcturian, for those of you that firmly believe that you have starseed energy, maybe it's this Arcturian energy that's sparking that third eye. It's coming through your upper chakras, coming through your crown chakra, and when it gets to your third eye, which is already for some of you, it's already developed. For others of you, you're going through many spiritual awakenings, and you've been reflecting on how things are changing in you, but you now are seeing it much more clear. Okay, and then we've got the harmony of hours, balance work, leisure. I can't. And rest to maintain harmony in your daily life. Prioritize self-care, personal growth. But I feel like it makes you realize even more so that you have more options available to you than what you thought you did. See, I feel like every single one of these clocks, again, I'm feeling that tick tock, but it also feels like this could be a choice. You start seeing more possibilities because of more of this third eye opening up. Does that make sense? Okay. And then we've got the horizon of hope and echoes of eternity. Horizon of hope is looking, sky, stop. Sorry, my cat. Look towards the horizon with hope, optimism, trust that brighter days are ahead, opportunities for growth and potential. But it feels like instead that you've got, on this new timeline, you've got different points that you're going to have spiritual awakenings, meet other people. Guys, I'm so sorry. Hang on. Get out of the box. She would live in a box if she... Seriously, my cat wants to live in this box. You cannot live in the box. Alright, so, guys, my animals are so spoiled. They get treats in the morning, treats at night. Wet food, dry food. They get their nails done every week. They go to the kitty cat salon. They get their nails done every week. Sky gets herself shaved. Would you stay out of the box, please? Sorry. Okay, so, but this feels like that as you get on that timeline, you start getting at these different points, you start having these little, like your inner self starts seeing things that are going to help open you up and show you where you're going. And it, like I said, it's like being on it's like a new timeline where you're literally, making more fated decisions, more decisions on where you want to go, what you want to do, okay? And we've got this Echoes of Eternity. Reflect on the timeless truths and universal principles that guide your life's journey. Seek wisdom in ancient teachings and modern insights. So I feel like it's history in some sort of way, rather it pertains to your family, different modalities that you look up, or there's something that you're going to learn through looking up some things that you ordinarily would not look up, that are along this new path that you get on, okay? And you start making more sense of some things that you're going through become much more clear to you as you look up some ancient teachings or you do some kind of research. Whatever idea it is that you're on, that you're thinking about from the recent past, okay? It's going to bring extra vitality, extra freedom. It's going to make everything on the inside feel lit up. And you're going to realize that it's bringing you more joy and happiness than what you've done before. Okay? This card, and this card really jump out at me. Okay, and that's the Clockmaker's Legacy, and the Horizon with this, and the one about finding the things on your timeline. These really feel like they step out or step up, and that as you start going down this different timeline, maybe you have even another spiritual awakening or two in some kind of way. Okay, so there's showing me somebody's chakras all lighting up. Your chakras lighting up, your crown chakra, the energies above you, the energies that come in through, especially next month. Some of you might already be feeling some of that coming in for you. I'm going to pull the Truth Oracle here. What else do you want them to be aware of? The Truth deck has been kind of serving as an extended, giving extra energy from my spirit guides, your spirit guides, whatever that you need to know that's going to help you on whatever path it is. But I just feel like somebody jumps major timelines. Okay, see, she's holding that clock. Okay, and it feels like she's waiting for it all to come out. And then if you look here, she's got all this sacral energy around her, right? It's actually coming from the sacral area. So it just feels like, and this one, the sacred inner space is the sacral chakra as well. And then we got the vitality. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of opening up, a lot of, maybe even have some blockages in your sacral chakra that have to do with your feelings, your emotions that need to be cleansed and cleared up. Let's pull you some of these Truth Oracle cards and see what else do you want to tell them, or what else do you want to tell them? Feels like there's going to be a couple of different messages here. Let's see. I'm hearing my clock in the background go tick, 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 tick. All right, let's see what's underneath. 3. Surprise action, big change, moment of decision. Again, this is talking to me about that, making a fated decision that is going to change things up in a way you were not expecting. It causes a big change. This feels like this is, again, part of that reflective moment. But when you get on this, when you make some sort of a decision, and I feel like it's going to be after next month, but it feels like it's where you make some kind of fated decision that changes your destiny and how you're looking at things. Okay, and a lot of more different energies come in for you. And the things that are no longer, you might even get clean house, declutter, get rid of some things that are, how are they saying it? Related to old limiting beliefs, soul wounds, and changes that you need to make that are for the better health and growth of your soul and your your emotional health, I'm hearing. What else? It's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so they're pulling me to. So that feels, again, like some things coming to the light. Maybe there is a blockage in your sacral chakra, and when it comes up during these solar and lunar eclipses, and some of these planets that go from that are going into different signs and stuff that haven't been there in a while, it just feels like a lot more clarity coming in. Like, see how the light's shining down on this? And it feels like it's going to, it says hidden truth. It feels like it's going to bring something in that, or even, okay, even something that you haven't realized you've already walked away from. You've already walked away from it. Emotionally. Okay, so there must be, so yeah, so that even more feels like this is reflecting on those things that you know you need to get rid of. Okay, because again, this feels like a huge, and some of you might even be leaving behind jobs, homes, relationships, You might be leaving home for the first time. Maybe you're like in your early 20s and you've been living with mom and dad since forever. And now you're making the decision that, well, if I'm ever going to find my path, it's time for me to literally leave home. Or maybe it's time to go back home, to make some apologies, clear out some things, clear up an old argument with dad that you had 20 years ago, okay, or 10 years ago, or whatever, okay? Level up, promotion, progress. This is going to help you to ascend on this timeline. You're going to start growing and changing in a way that you did not think was possible, all right? So that's actually what's going to come to light, is this progress, this leveling up, of realizing that you've left some of the childhood things behind. And guys, sometimes even when there's grown-ups, somebody in their 40s or 50s, you realize that you still do something that's related to the child you used to be because of an inner wound in your inner child, okay? Or one of your chakras that's blocked or is only partially open or partially functioning because you've got this wound that's due to when you were a child that needs to be healed, okay? See how she's reaching up to the sky? Okay, because she's got this healedness now too, okay? So it's going to bring in more truth. Maybe you make a new promise to yourself of not letting, okay, so for somebody that goes home, you make an oath to yourself that you're not going to bow down anymore, okay? Maybe you have a very stern parent, or one of your children comes to visit you that's been gone for a while, right? And you always give in. Oh, I know he's going to come in and ask for $600. I know he's going to do this. I know he's going to do that. Or I know she's going to want to take my car and I won't see my car for 3 days and I won't know where the hell my daughter is. And you go, okay, I'm going to make a new commitment to myself. I'm going to have a better boundary. I'm not letting this child take over, or this friend that, something like that, okay? One more. And it definitely levels you up. It definitely levels you up and makes them see you in a new light because you're standing your boundaries. Okay? Let me pull a couple of rooms. What else do you want to tell them? Out of all that, I got one room. I'm hearing new soul tribe. I don't know how that relates. So maybe that's a specific message for someone. And that's the humanity room. But that's also the breakthrough in the process of self-change for humanity itself. So there might be quite a few of you going through that type of a process. Okay? Whatever the situation is that you're involved with. Okay? What else? And I just noticed something. Guys, we got two of these people here that are standing there with their hands raised up in some sort of way. Okay? And to me, it feels like that's on an internal level. I know they got their hand raised up, but it feels like they're getting the light. They're getting the light. They're seeing the solution. They're seeing, without even maybe voicing it to yourself, you are leveling up in some sort of way, okay? Or raising up those boundaries. Some of you might be telling other people. Those of you that are maybe more internal might not be speaking about it at all. But other people are seeing you act like you have changed, okay? And that you're having better boundaries. What else? So that feels like there's quite a few of you. Not a whole lot, but some of you at least that are going to feel that energy. Being successful at it. Also, this is also the enlightenment room. This is also the room for stepping inside a dark room, giving your eyes time to adjust, and then understanding and seeing the light, okay? And this is also going to have something to do with your ancestral lineage. Something you heal, something that as you go forward into the future, you just rub it out of your family, okay? You no longer display those types of wounds that continue on into your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you heal these up, you have better boundaries. Therefore, the people after you, that when you start acting it 20 years from now, other people in your family, well, that's all they know now. because they know, they learned because of something that happened with you in the past. Okay, I've been getting messages similar to those, quite a few of those, of the past. It's also where this timeline comes in. Things from the past are the things that are causing some people unconsciously to realize that they don't want to take this forth into their family going into the future. Okay, so it feels like, in a way, the past of some families is merging into the present to make a stronger family line in the future. Spiritual leaders of the future. I just heard that. Okay, and then we also have, last but not least, you're going to be willing to defend it. You're going to be willing to defend it, stand up for yourself, and those in going into the future, your grandchildren or your great-grandchildren, whatever, they're also going to be willing to stand and defend it. The family honor, I'm hearing. Okay? So that's just a little extra message there for you. Because this, I know it doesn't sound major, but guys, it feels like this is really going to affect some family lines or some lineages going down into the future. Okay, where somebody in the future is going to say, well, this is what my ancestor did. This is what my grandmother did, my grandfather, my great uncle did, or my great aunt did, that changed our family. They were the ones that were courageous and stood up and made this oath of, I'm not going to let this happen in my family anymore. We're going to stop this. We're not going to, we're going to have better boundaries. Or, we now have this new rule, we give you a chance, we give you a second chance, but we never give you a third. It's something like that. Okay, take that how that comes in for you. But I literally hear somebody going, 2 chances? I'm not giving you a third. I'm just not. I'm at a time now where we're just not going to do that anymore, And then the people around you start picking that up. Or you start saying it to other people, and then all of a sudden you start hearing it everywhere you go. Oh, well, 2 chances, not a third, right? You go in the grocery store, you hear somebody else tell their kid, I just gave you your second chance, that's it. And when we get home, you're grounded. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Okay? I heard that so clear in my head. All right, guys. That's what I have for you on this. She just insisted that I was going to do her reading today before I went to bed. And it's really relatively early here. It's 7:30, but we're usually in bed by 8, 9 o'clock because I get up early. I get up by 5:36 because that's when they start talking to me. Or I get up and they've been talking to me all night long, and I've got one message that's going around and around, okay? But she was determined to get her reading out today. So this is jumping a timeline, folks. Okay? And I see this angel here, but I feel like I also see some eyes at the top of her shoulders here. Like there's this energy forcefully coming through. Again, that's why I'm picking up that faded versus destiny feeling. Okay? See, she's like the Snow Queen. She's like really pale and feathers. So, it just feels like it's faded versus destiny. I'm also getting a little bit of the Statue of Liberty because of these feathers on the top of her head. Feathers also have to do with messages from heaven and birds. So you might find some other images in this card that resonate for you. Am I seeing people at the bottom? No, they look like people in the. They're not. They're feathers, I think, but they look like people in the camera the way I'm seeing them. From back this distance, it looks like 2 people running towards you. It looks kind of like one of Ice Cry for Steph with Steph. It kind of looks like one of her ink blots right there, here. Okay, all right, guys, that's the message. Wow, she's got all this light. She's even got light coming out from below her feathers here. Here, she's got yellow light here, white light here, and it's different in the back too. She's got this huge headdress on. I'm just getting this image of this Snow Queen type feeling. And you can't really tell how much color there actually is in this card, but she's like the palest card of this energy oracle deck. Okay, but I feel like that's why this is so important right here with this timeline. Jumping some tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, all right, guys, there you have it. I'm going to stop right there. All right, guys, everyone have a wonderful night. I will be back in the next day or 2 with some more readings, and we will see what the universe is going to tell us. And I'm also going to have a lunar eclipse reading coming up, I think. All right, guys, be a light in the darkness. Ciao.